Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Couple, here comes the six. Yodel hangs on for two in a row.
All right. Sorry about that. Oh, this is not good. Can you hear me? It is not coming through my headphones. Okay, there we go. Holy moly. Okay, sorry about that. We got technical difficulties, and everything was working a few minutes beforehand. I was scrambling to put together some last-minute stuff, and all of a sudden it didn't work. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? And, of course, when you're in a little bit of a rush, you tend to screw things up. So part of it was difficulties, and part of it was me screwing up. All right, so here we go. This is it, guys, the final two. Got Kentucky Fly versus Flamenco Dancer. First, a little bit of lawsuit update. We see the FGA filed a lawsuit on behalf of one kennel owner. That'll be interesting to watch. Yes, I did, Teresa. I cursed a lot. So that's just who I am. I can't help it. So, with that being said, FGA filed their lawsuit. Interesting to watch that. Our lawyers are well aware of it. They have read their complaint. They have commented on it, and I was privy to a conference call on Thursday afternoon with the SWA lawyer, so that is getting closer as well. Just dotting some I's, crossing some T's, and that's going to get better. Now, I'm sure you all saw the elephant thing. Custom Ink. I know we were doing some business with Custom Ink, or SWA was, and people were running fundraisers through us through Custom Ink. Well, no more. Custom Ink is now on the banned list because evidently they listen to PETA when PETA tells them not to print shirts for people. Evidently they listen to PETA and don't print shirts for people. So Custom Ink, F you. No more business from us. And I seen a bunch of us, and a lot of people went over there to their webpage and gave them the appropriate reviews. Now the most important stuff is we have a lost Greyhound here in Fort Myers. Missing since 8 a.m. this morning, Bentley. So if you're in the Fort Myers area, please look for him. I'm thinking about going out after the show. I don't know. That is a very rough area. On their side where the dog is lost, not so rough, but when you get, they're right by Palm Beach Boulevard, and here I will put up a map. The circled areas where he was initially lost at, and if you go down where it says quick and tasty Mexican food, and down in that area where it says Tice and Max Foods, that is a very, very rough area. I do not own a weapon. If I went out there alone, I'd have to take a weapon with me to even get out of the car. The other side of those, what concerns me is the railroad tracks and back. That dog could walk the railroad tracks, but I'd love to get out there and watch the railroad tracks, walk the railroad tracks. But at night it's going to be a hard road to hoe. Hopefully they find him soon. Okay. But if you're in the Fort Myers area and go out looking, check Facebook in the morning. The weather's hot. It was hot today, but it was cloudy. Rained on and off. Evidently, he is afraid of thunderstorms. Fortunately, we didn't have too many after the morning when he ran away, according to that post. He got out in the morning. So, if you're in the Fort Myers area, let's look out for him. And I'm going to take just a 30-second break here, and I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, guys, thanks for holding. We have a special guest with us tonight. And let's see here. Here we go. On the phone, I have Greg Morse from the Holland Kennels. How you doing tonight, Greg?
All right, thank you, sir.
Good. Just wanted the reason I want to get you on here. I met you. I was up to Derby Lane for the first time on Monday, so my son was moving into college up in Clearwater. Went over to Derby Lane. I had the pleasure of meeting you, Greg, and I've been meaning to meet you. I finally did get to meet you, and that was great. But I wanted to have you on because this channel, this KeepGreyhoundsRacing.org that we're doing, I mean, there's a lot of original Greyhound racing fans, but this is a public group, so anybody can watch it. So
Right.
I just wanted to get an actual kennel, somebody who works in the kennel, and all of us know you from seeing the videos on your page. But nobody really knows just exactly what you do. What is your typical day? I mean, what time do you actually get into the kennels?
It varies, really, truthfully. Like when on Mondays and Thursdays when we got schooling, and if we're up first or something, sometimes we have to be in here at like 5 in the morning, 10 to 5, 5 to 5, just to get things rolling, get everybody out, get their beds clean and done. Put back up, if you're usually schooling, you got to be everything be done in about an hour and be up there at 6 o'clock in the morning to get started. But our other days start at like at 6 o'clock.
So then you get, how many times a day are they fed?
Pardon me, sir?
How many times a day do the Greyhounds get fed? They get fed in the morning and they get fed in the
Yeah, just one time in the morning.
One time?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. So in the meantime, when, like, let's say there's how many dark days are there where there's no racing?
2.
Two.
Monday and Tuesday.
So then what
Sunday and Tuesday.
do you do with the dogs then when they're not racing?
Usually that's a lot of times that's when you'll go over the dogs on their days off too. Gives you more time to look over them better. Usually it's a lot more downtime during that day too, because during the other days of the week during the kennels, we're practically in there anywhere from 12 to 18 hours of the day. So they get a little more downtime on them days where they get a lot more rest too, with nobody being in there.
Right now, I've adopted 3, and I'll tell you what, these guys can sleep for 18 hours a day. Are the dogs in the kennels the same? I mean, if you let them sleep 18 hours a day, would they sleep 18 in the kennel?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's one we couldn't wake him up. If he yelled fire, he wouldn't move. He just, I mean, a lot. When you go get dogs for the races and stuff, a lot of them are excited. They're just ready to go. We got this one. You can open the crate, and he'll just look at you and lay upside down. He won't even move. He'd rather sleep.
That's funny. And so they stay in the crates. You feed them. They turn them out. We've seen you on turnouts tons of times. Sunday nights we've seen you give them marshmallows and cookies. And then the other times when they're not turned out, they go. We've seen pictures that Jeff used to take down by the sprint path. So there's a lot. There's a lot more involved in working with these dogs than the average person who sits on the outside realizes. Especially me. I had no idea before I got involved in all this what you guys do. And basically, explain how you feed them. I know you can't divulge your secret recipes, but basically let everybody know what they eat. Everybody knows that they eat ground beef, but what else do you mix in there with it?
Right. Well, you kibble, noodles. People use rice. People use barley. Use stress decks. That's for hydration and electrolytes to refurbish them. I've seen everything put in it. I've seen celery, carrots, onions, garlic in them. I mean, not a whole ton of it, but to get the smell and flavor. I mean, they're just like any other. I mean, just like us humans get bored of eating the same thing all the time, so you try to pep up their feed a little bit to give them something different in it too. I've seen them give peaches, cottage cheese, sauerkraut. I've seen all kinds of stuff in meat before. It's just the preference of who is doing it.
Yeah, and these dogs are very picky because I'll tell you what, my 3, sometimes I'm at a loss. I have no idea what the hell to feed these dogs. Steak. We've mixed in steak when we have steak. We've been going with hamburger, alternating between hamburger and fresh pet, and that seems to do the job with their kibble. But, I mean, for a while there, sometimes they'll go 1 or 2 days without eating a whole hell of a lot because they're just that picky. Sometimes I just get to the point where I say, well, you're going to eat this or you're going to starve.
Mine are that way too, man. They used to eat a lot of meat from the kennel. When we have extras, I bring it home to mine. The old ones that passed on now used to eat it going out of style, but the other 2 I got now, I got to fix chicken with their kibble for them to eat, or they'll look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, so you have 2, right, at home?
Yeah, 2 right now.
Now, when we see you taking these dogs out to the beach, are you taking your own, and are you taking some from the kennel, or those are
just my personal pets.
Personal pets.
Yeah. I can't risk taking somebody else's dog to the beach and them step on something, pet a pad, and be done for. I mean, there's other people that do it, but like the DRCs, they own their dogs, so if they take them down there, that's on them.
Right.
But you can't really take the risk of something that happened to one of them.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So how long you've been doing this?
13 years now.
And have they all been working with Cale Holland Kennels, or?
Oh no, I've worked with several. I mean, some have left. Magic City, when I first started with, they went to Southland. I worked for a couple other ones that just went out of business and left. It's just whatever you can do back here, really. I mean, there's been a lot of kennels come in and out of there here lately.
Now we've got this picture up, the famous picture of the dog that's got his paws around your neck and you're kissing him.
Coop.
that is Coop, right?
Yeah, Coop's something else. He's a great dog.
He's got a big night tonight.
I know it. That's cool too.
He's got a hard road. He's got a very very tough opponent who's been hotter than coal that's been burning for 2 hours.
That's all right. He's got me promoting him.
That's well, he's gotten this far, and I think he deserves to have gotten this far. I mean, he's got all of his races.
Hey,
points
I
were.
want to tell you something. That guy, when I walked in that kennel, he couldn't run his way out of a wet paper bag. He couldn't even get out of a D race. And once we found out how he was, his personality and everything about him, and how he liked loving on people and giving them hugs and stuff. And then all of a sudden he started running lights out and went even to grade A and won a grade A. And truthfully, he wasn't even supposed to, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
He's just one of them dogs. But like you tell me a lot of times when you send me a thing, he runs with heart. That's what makes it the best about him. He ain't as talented as Bunny, a flamingo dancer, but he will give you his best effort every time he goes out, and that's what I love about him.
Yeah, and it's cool. I see Baga has Levi. Hi, Janet. How you doing? Janet posted that they have Levi. Actually, my old boss who just left was looking to adopt, so I tagged her in that post, and I'm going to try and get over to Ken Squires maybe and see Levi. So, man, I wish I could.
He's supposed to keep in contact with me about Levi because Levi loved the Harrison hair, and I got one put up for him to wherever he goes to, so I can send it so he can have it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could have a fourth. I'd be all over Levi. But I don't think number one, I'd get kicked out of the house if I brought home a fourth.
Right.
And I don't think my Kia Sedona van is big enough for me and four. Three just fit in the back with both seats, with the second seat and the back seat down. So that would be sort of crowded, especially at dinner time, and then having to find a place. So yeah, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to live in a van down by the river yet. So otherwise, I'd be all over that. I really wanted a fourth, and my good friends Janet and the rest and Ken at Baga. Basically, my dogs call him Uncle Ken. Actually, it was funny. I came across an old picture from last year when we went out of town, and we dropped off all three of ours to be babysat at Ken's, and they promptly took over his bed. So it was pretty funny. So, what time do you got to be in the kennel tomorrow morning?
Me? I got to be there. I'll be there about 4:06.
Well, then you know what? You got any last thoughts you want to give us, and I'll let you go and get the show started so it don't keep you up too late.
Well, no worries. So, no, I just appreciate everything you guys are doing, man. Everything. I can't wait till you guys get this filed and stuff and see what goes on. It's just like you say, it gives us some type of little bit of hope that we know that you guys did everything possible to the bottom end to even keep this going.
Right, and
amazing.
There's a big disparity between. I don't know how to put this without starting another war, but there's a big disparity between the dog owners, the kennel owners who actually have assets and have a chance to get paid, and the trainers that don't own anything, and the trainers' assistants like yourself, Kurt Tretsiak, and it just escapes me. There's so many out there that are working but don't have any assets to be able to sue the state and get anything from it. And for the most part, we're working for everybody, but it's a raw deal for somebody like you who has so much experience, for Kurt who has so much experience, to all of a sudden be put out of a job through no fault of your own, which we still maintain is unconstitutional. We're hoping a judge agrees with us. So
that's all you do is hope and pray.
Yep, that's all you can do, because nobody our main line is nobody wants to wake up on January 1st, 2021 and wonder what if we would have did this. So, as long as people keep donating money, we're gonna fight the fight until the last judge tells us no. And this could drag on for a while, but we'll keep everybody informed. But we're getting closer, from what I understand. So it's going to be sooner rather than later. It just has to be done right. I know a lot of people are losing patience. Some people are losing hope. But an undertaking like this, where there's no precedent for this kind, the legal arguments have to be exactly where they need to be. And you know what? If anything else, I think I'm going to get back up there November 1st, because there's a bunch of people flying in from all over. Now that my son's got an apartment in Clearwater, makes it easy for me to come up there on a weekend and stay without having to foot a hotel bill. So.
I'm looking forward to meeting everybody.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time, so I'm hoping to get there. All right, Greg, thanks a lot. We're going to get this show started, and thanks a lot for your time. Appreciate it, and keep the faith, baby. We're fighting for you.
Yeah, no worries. And everybody give the chicken coop a little bit of love when this poll comes out.
All right, buddy.
I got to promote him.
All right, take care, Greg. Have a great night.
All right. All right, thanks, Steve.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right. Have a good one, buddy. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, we had a little bit of a interruption in internet service there, but I think we got everybody. That was Greg Morse, ladies and gentlemen, working for the Cal Holland Kennels. All right, so let's get the rest of the show started. Like I said, I had the pleasure to meet Greg. What a great guy, and I'm glad that he agreed to come on tonight and talk to us for a little bit. All right, here's the bracket. You all know the finals here. We got Kentucky Fly and Flamenco Dancer, two of Derby Lane's finest. And congratulations to Teresa. Teresa Yan, you are the winner. Because no matter what happens tonight, you have the most points. The possible points for the last four of you, for Tammy, Leo, Beth, and Teresa, you all have Flamenco Dancer winning the tournament. So no matter what happens, win or lose, Teresa is going to finish on top. And with that goes all the spoils, the $50 with you can use to pick a gift card of your choice, a $50 credit for the next Support Working Animals auction, or you can donate it back to SWA, your choice. Either way, auction or that, it's the same, so might as well just say keep it for the auction. All right, so hi, Mary Beth. How you doing? It's a pleasure meeting you, too. I met Mary Beth for the first time, the original Honey Badger, Sunday and Monday when I was up in Tampa, St. Pete area. Let's get to it. Let's get to our final match here. We've got Coop versus Bunny, and here is the tail of the tape. Unfortunately, points-wise, this one wasn't even close, but we're going to run it, and because who is that? Herm Edwards once said, that's why they play the game. All right, so we got two of Derby Lane's best dogs. We got Kentucky Fly, better known as Coop, with Greg Morse, race at Derby Lane at a weight of 72 pounds. The owner is C. Don Godby, and Kennel Cal Holland, trained by Cal Holland and assistant Greg Morse, and he finished with 164. Now, the reason why the points are so high is I went all the way back starting on April 1st, and we ran points for that whole time, the whole time we've been running the show. So he finished with 164. His opponent, also running out of Derby Lane, is known as Bunny or Flamenco Dancer at a weight of 63 pounds. He's owned by Sharon Dipple out of the Farmer Racing Kennel, trained by John Farmer, and she finished with a whopping 307 points. So that's your tail of the tape for the final two. And once again, next week we'll announce the winner, and we're going to start this up right away. Actually, I'm going to put up a poll. I'm going to put up this poll, and then tomorrow or Monday I'm going to put up another poll to get the second half started. So you can vote on. We'll vote maybe 3 or 4 dogs right in that we felt maybe deserved, like maybe Serious Mischief, Maya's Adoria, KB's Brawler. And the loser of this one is automatically going to go back into the second half tournament, because it looks like both of them will be continuing their racing career. We won't have to worry about retirement. So, that being said, let's get down to this one, and we will watch the last 6 races of Kentucky Fly. Let me grab my notes. This race is from July 17th, and he did garner some points with this one out of the 2 box.
In motion. Durham Racing at the break. 8, 1, 7, 4, 2, 6, 3, and 5. Around the turn, Flying Credible with the lead. The 1, LK's Pretty Penny. The 4, Gen 1 Cicadi. It's a 8, 1, 4, 2, 3 on the outside. They'll head for home. Flying Credible. The 1, LK's Pretty Penny. Kickstarter. Down the stretch. Flying Credible.
Okay, so that was a nice fourth place finish for Coop. And his next race would be run on the 20th of July out of the one box.
It's post time. They're off and racing in the sixth at the break. It's a 6-8, 5-7, 3-1, 4-2. The 8 SC's Venom. BD Badger up on the outside. LK's Pretty Penny. It's an 8-3, 5-1 around the turn. SE's Venom. The 3 is Hacky Sack. 8-3, 5-1. Hacky Sack.
Okay, so that was another fourth place finish. It got him some points in the B. Racing in grade B. All right, his next race, 727. Unfortunately, he wouldn't fare so well in this race out of the 5 hole.
They're off and racing in the sixth at the break. 2, 8, 6, 1, 3, 4, 7, and 5. It's the 8 Braska Chloe. The 2 Deb's Kinky Boots. The 1 is Flying Deli. 8-2, 1-7, 6-3, 5 and 4. It's Braska Chloe up on the outside. Flying Deli, Deb's Kinky Boots, and Bart's Beeline. 8, 1, 2, and 7. Braska Chloe.
So unfortunately, there a 6th place finish for Coop, and his next race would be on the 31st, 4 days later, out of the 2 box, and unfortunately would not fare any better out of that one. Let's listen to the legendary Jim Peak and take a look.
They're off and racing in the fourth. At the break, it's a 7-3, 2-8, 6-1, 4 and 5. It's Flying Ronnie J with the lead. TNT Assassin, Fiesta Dewey. 7-3, 8-6, 2-1, 4. Around the turn, Flying Ronnie J. TNT Assassin, Bart's Magnum on the outside. Now dips to the rail. It's 7-3-6. Flying Ronnie J.
Okay, so he finished in 7th that race. That's the first time I actually heard the whole race. TNT Assassin must be a relation to my shooter, who was TNT Executioner. Well, Coop would run again on the 3rd of August, and in this one would fare way better than the last 2. Let's take a look.
Erson's in motion. They're off and racing at the break. It's a 6-4, 3-7, 5-2, 8 and 1. Around the turn they go. LD Red Ruby with the lead. The 7 is Cash Me Outside. Kentucky Fly on the rail. 6-2, 7-3, 4-1, 5 and 8. It's Kentucky Fly. Now pulls away. LD Red Ruby. The 7 Cash Me Outside. Kentucky Fly.
A beautiful run there for Kentucky Fly. That would get him the last of... No, that wouldn't get him the last of his points. He would run his next race just a couple days ago on the 8th of August and would garner some more points here out of the 7 hole. Here's his 6th and final race that we show.
They're off and racing in the 12th. At the break, it's a 2-4, 8-1, 5. Around the turn, Raiders Endgame with the lead. Up on the outside, it's Right Ballot. The 8 now, Flying Ronnie J. The 3, Kelso's Mad Max. 2, 8, 3, 7, 6, 2, 4, 1. Around the turn, the 2, Raiders Endgame. Flying Ronnie J. Raiders Endgame.
And he would garner a 4th place finish 10 lengths behind in that 6th and final race.
Daryl Bend racing in the 12. At the break, it's a 3-7, 4-6, 1-2, and 8. Around the turn, Flying Prentice with the lead. Flamenco Dancer is second. It's 3-4, a 7-1, 6-2, 5 around the turn. Flying Prentice by 2 now. The 4 Flamenco Dancer. These two hook up and dig in. Flamenco Dancer. Around the turn, Flamenco Dancer. Flying Tilapia right down the center of the track. Down the stretch, Flamenco Dancer. It's 1-7-3-2 around the turn. Rebley, Fremont Street, Flamenco Dancer on the outside. Right down the center of the track. It's Flamenco Dancer. Prentice, they'll head for home. It's Flamenco Dancer.
There you have it. There's going to be a couple races duplicated that were in that video, but I thought that was appropriate to show for tonight. So without further ado, I got no problem watching 2 of these races over again. This dog's a pleasure to watch race, and the first race we have is from 7:15, and she is working out of the 6 box.
Daryl Bend racing in the 12. At the break, 6-2, 7-3, 5-1, 8. Around the turn, it's Flamenco Dancer. Up on the inside, Flying Tilapia. The 7 BD Wells third. It's Killer Raven fourth. 6-3, 7-4, 2 around the turn. Flamenco Dancer. Flying Tilapia right down the center of the track. Down the stretch, Flamenco Dancer.
What a great win for her. And Flying Tilapia right there. I got to tell you, Monday when I was at Derby Lane, I got a text or a private message from Mary Beth that said, bet on Flying Tilapia. So I did. And just like I did to Yodel when I was in Palm Beach, I put the kiss of death on Flying Tilapia. Because Flying Tilapia did not win. So that's 2 dogs I managed to screw up by betting on them and giving them the kiss of death. All right, the next race we saw in the video, but we're going to watch it again. This was from July 19th, and she's in the 4 box.
Racing in the 12. At the break, it's a 3-7, 4-6, 1-2, and 8. Around the turn, Flying Prentice with the lead. Flamenco Dancer is second. It's 3-4, a 7-1, 6-2, 5 around the turn. Flying Prentice by 2 now. The 4 Flamenco Dancer. These two hook up and dig in. Flamenco Dancer.
Oh, imagine that, another win. And her next race would be run on the 24th of July. And take a look at this one.
Motion. They're open racing. At the break, it's a 7-6-5-2-8-1. Around the turn, JS Field of Thunder. The 6 Flamenco Dancer. The 5 JS Tina Fey. the 8 CTW Chaparral and Flying Da Vinci. It's 6-8-7-2-5 around the final turn. CTW Chaparral on the outside, Flamenco Dancer. CTW Chaparral.
All right, that would be her last finish in the 2 spot. 2 more races left. Our next one would be on the 27th, I believe, 27th of July.
Erson's in motion. They're off and racing at the break. It's a 2-3-5-7-6-4-8-1. Around the turn they go. It's the 5 Magnum Plus. The 3 LKs pick me up. There's Flamenco Dancer on the outside. It's 5, 6, 3, and 2. Magnum Plus. Flamenco Dancer. The 3 LKs pick me up. Down the stretch. Another win for Flamenco Dancer.
Yeah, she said, well, you know what? To hell with second place. I had enough of that crap. So she finished first in that race. She would go on to finish first in this race as well, which was on August 3rd from the 8 hole.
Of race number 9, it's post time. They're off and racing in the 9th at the break. It's an 8-2, 1-7, 3-4, 6 and 5. Flamenco Dancers on top. Flying Zigzag is second. Down on the inside third, SC's Ransom. It's Flamenco Dancer. Flying Zigzag on the outside. These two now hook up and dig in. Flamenco Dancer. Flying Zigzag on the outside. Flamenco Dancer, 2 in a row at Derby Lane.
And I recorded that one a little bit farther because it looked like a little bit of trash talking going on between her and looked like the one dog. So I thought that was funny when I saw that. I had to show that all the way up to when they got to the bunny because looked like we had a little trash talking going on. And here's her last race run last night. I don't think I need to tell you where she finishes, but you just gotta watch.
Erson's in motion. They're off and racing in the 10th at the break. 2, 5, 7, 6, 1, 8, 3, and 4. Around the turn, it's Oshkosh Deputy with the lead. The 6 is Flamenco Dancer. Bart's Quick Trip. It's 7, 6, 5, 1. Oshkosh Deputy. Here comes Flamenco Dancer with a run. The 5 is Bart's Quick Trip. It's Flamenco Dancer. Draws away for 3 in a row at Derby Lane.
Not only do you get to watch her run, but you get to hear the legendary Jim Peak on the calls. Fantastic. So that's it for the final 2. So we'll get the polls up shortly after this show. I want to bring one thing to your attention that went on earlier is Al Hoffman is at it again. Okay, sorry I didn't have time to get some clips, some video clips, but you may want to go over to his page, Al's auction page for support working animals. Tonight he downed about 535 M&Ms. People were pledging, I believe, 5 cents each. So what I urge you to do if you're interested in helping us out is going over there, watching his video. It is like a closed group. You got to be approved. So just go over there and click the button to join. watch the video, and pledge 5 cents per M&M, which comes out to about 20 some odd, 20, a little bit north of $25. It's too late. I can't do math. I was out doing yard work in the heat today, so yeah. Al's going to do some crazy stuff, and you may see yours truly do some crazy stuff, because I am working on something that will work in. It'll either go on its own or work into a larger show. I'm not going to give the larger show away, but the segment's going to be called Cannonballs for Cash. You figure it out. 320-pound guy in Florida that has a pool in his backyard, an in-ground pool. So that may be something you see down the line. Cannonballs for Cash, to help raise money for the cause. So stay tuned, because that would be funny to watch a fat guy do cannonballs in a pool. Probably have to fill it up with a couple thousand gallons when I'm done. I'm not in the best of shape, so there won't be too many of them done in a specific time period. Otherwise 911 might have to be called. But anyways, watch for that down the line, and I got some other crazy shit planned to try and raise money, in case this goes on a long time. Would be nice if we file, judge says, hey, yeah, it's unconstitutional, and the state backs down. State's going to get, if you're out there from the state of Florida and you're watching this, and you're high up there, the shit's going to hit the fan. You guys are going to get sued from all different directions because of Amendment 13. And you can thank Tom Lee for that. Maybe you guys should make him pay this shit out of his own pocket, since he was the author of Amendment 13, but basically could never answer a question about Amendment 13 because he knew nothing about Greyhound racing. So he just took the money and ran. And you've seen my series is coming out on the expose on the fake nonprofits, and true to form, I couldn't help myself. I bought another website called fakenonprofits.com. When I get some time, I'll post. So that'll be a place where you can direct people to PETA and ASPCA. And I've seen some talk that, the SPCAs are good. No, they're not. Look at the SPCA of Florida. The Florida SPCA. Now, this is the organization that the doofus insurance guy for Allstate was telling people, you call me up for a quote, I'll donate $5 to the Florida SPCA. Great. You're paying 69.5% of your money is going for salaries for the Florida SPCA. So when people say, the SPCA is nothing like the ASPCA, it is. And I saw somebody else posted something on Support Working Animals about the Wisconsin Humane Society. Well, guess what? I started working on their 990, and it ain't any prettier. So, yep, that's what we're going to do on fakenonprofits.com, is we're going to expose these people. They're the ones that are behind most of the crap. Here in Cape Coral, Florida, the city council banned pet store sales, dogs and cats. Now, we all know here, and that may be the next thing that we'll be going after people for. I'd like to see Support Working Animals do that, but they're going to need more money, is to go after these cities, and I'd love nothing better than my city of Cape Coral to be the first one sued for that, because you know what? HSUS, ASPCA, PETA, and all that, and these local shelters that are against selling dogs and cats, and they think everybody and their mother's uncle is a quote-unquote puppy mill. I haven't even seen a definition of puppy mill. So they're not nonprofits. They're actually my view, and this is my opinion, this is the opinion of Keep Greyhounds Racing and me alone, is that basically these organizations and these shelters, quote unquote, are competitors to pet stores because they sell pets. They may not charge as much as a pet store, but they're still charging some kind of fee. So to me, for them to keep going to all these cities and getting these laws passed to ban pet sales at pet stores could possibly qualify under the RICO Act, and also may qualify under the U.S. Constitution as an equal protection violation, because now the pet store, the one pet store that was doing it here in Cape Coral is grandfathered. But there's a few other pet stores here now, they can't do it. So basically the law says that they can't do it, but their competitor over at the shelter, the new shelter being built here in Cape Coral, who was behind this, they can sell animals. And I don't care what you call it. You can call it adoption all you want. But if you're charging something to get that dog into somebody else's hands, you're selling just like anybody else. Now, you may not be making a profit, and nobody says you have to make a profit in order to qualify as a business, because businesses do lose money. So that may be the next thing we want to jump on and fight against the animal terrorists, because I think that may be an easier one to do, but that's just my opinion. Like to see it happen, and we can start right here in my city, because you know what, I'll be the first one to volunteer and do whatever I need to do, because I think that's BS. Go after the bad breeders. Again, innocent people could get impacted, their businesses impacted, because somebody decided to go after the head instead of the entire body, or I don't even know if that's a good analogy, but you don't make laws against innocent people to try and flush out the non-innocent people. And that's all I got to say on that. And that's the way I feel. There's better ways to make sure that people aren't, mistreating and misbreeding and all that kind of stuff. There's other ways to address it. I personally don't know what that is, but telling an innocent person, an innocent business that, is basically, I've read that this guy is respected, and that's good that he's grandfathered, but, he's a respected pet seller out of his store here in the area. So, the terrorists are alive, and they're kicking, and we need to kick their ass. And that's all I got to say. So thanks a lot for joining us. It was a great time, and we're gonna start this all over again. So next week we're gonna announce the winner from the poll. The poll will end this week. It's gonna end at Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday. Not Wednesday, but Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then next Saturday's show, we're going to start filling the brackets all over again. Again, congratulations to Teresa. You know where to find me. Let me know where you want your winnings and how you want to do it. And next week, we will crown the winner, the first half winner. We will go on to do a second half tournament the same way. And for those of you who are new, this is what we do every week. I ask for 4 to 6 races that you may have seen, may have heard. There will be a separate thread in Cape Greyhounds Racing Facebook page. You just post the day, the race, the dog, and you nominate that particular dog for Greyhound Race of the Week. Now, they have to take first place. They have to come in first. And we do 4 to 6. We show their winning race every week, and then we throw up a poll with 4 to 6 dogs. And then you vote the whole week, and the winner gets into the tournament bracket. Now, the tournament bracket is run just the same as an NCAA basketball or March Madness, which I think 95% of the population is familiar with. And then we run a tournament every week. So you got dog A against dog B, dog C against dog D. Dog E against Dog F. This time I think we had 24 dogs. Ran it down to the final 2, which happened to be, and you vote every week. Now, the rules are going to change a little bit for the tournament bracket next time. I'm working on those, and hopefully I'll have those done either by next show or the show after that. And it'll be a little bit different. Then nominations are going to start probably right away, Teresa, for next week, along with this poll. So I will put a separate thread as soon as this show wraps up. Once again, spread the word, spread the video, this video, and vote for your favorite. Vote for your winner for the first half, because it's all down to this. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good weekend, what's left of it, and have a good week, and we'll see you next Saturday.
Shut up and sit down.
Down the stretch for the birthday boy. There's one skip. At 12-1. Flamenco dancer.
Shut up and sit down.